So let's have an update on today's date and day. Kindly give today's date and day in the chat box. Very good. 22 1 2021 22nd January 2021. So we are in which month? January, and today's date is 22nd January, 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 and the year 2021. And what day today? Today is Friday, last working day of the week. Friday, Friday. Yeah. So let's move into the session.
Hello,
Yes.
Vignesh ma'am.
What?
Please class up.
Vignesh, kindly mute yourself. Yes. So I'm going to get into the topic. So yesterday we were learning about subject and predicate, right? So okay, first let me ask the questions and let me see how far you have understood this. Yes. What is a subject and predicate, children? Subject and predicate, what is it? What is it? Where it comes? Subject and predicate, it's a noun. Okay. So where do we find the subject and predicate? In which place we find the subject and predicate? Okay, helping verb. Okay, all this comes under subject and predicate. Subject and predicate is nothing but the parts of a sentence. Noun or pronoun. Very good, very good. Shayan and Nikhil, I'm seeing you guys are playing with the smileys. Stop playing with the smileys and listen to the class. I'll ask you questions. It's a very important topic, children. Yes, it's a very, very important topic. Please do listen, be very attentive, sit straight. In between the class, I may ask any one of you to unmute your video. Suddenly, I will ask you to unmute your video and I'll check. So sit erect and listen, okay? So subject and predicate is nothing but the parts of a sentence. Parts of a sentence. Verb, helping verb, noun or pronoun. Okay, so let's see. So let's see what is a subject and what is a predicate. So subject plus predicate gives us a complete sentence. A meaningful complete sentence. So what is a subject? Subject is a naming part. Subject is a naming part. So when we hear the word naming part means everything around us has a name, right? And we call it as nouns. We call it as nouns. To avoid the repetition of nouns, we are using pronouns. So pronouns also comes under the naming part only. Correct? We use pronouns for everything, right? For the name of a person, for name of animals, things, for everything we are using pronouns also, right? So the naming part in a sentence will tells us the subject, noun or pronoun. Yes? So let's see that with example. So let us take this first sentence. You and I are learning about sentences. You and I are learning about sentences. So in this sentence, you and I, these two words are pronouns, right? These two words are pronouns. You and I, they are pronouns. So nouns and pronouns, we call it as subject. So here you and I falls under the subject part. So let's move to our second example. Luke played soccer. Luke played soccer. So in this sentence, which is the naming part? Which is the naming part? Luke. Luke is the name of a person. Luke is a name of a person. So it is a naming part. So naming part means it is a subject. Naming part is a subject of a sentence. Let's move to our next example. The apple is red. The apple is red. So here which is the subject part? So which falls under the naming part? The apple. The apple. It is a name of a thing. It is a name of a thing. Right? So it is a naming part. Noun. Apple is a noun. So the naming part falls under the subject. So what is a subject? How do we find the subject? It will be the naming part. If we take a sentence, naming part will falls under the subject. Okay. So now let's move to predicate. Let's see what is a predicate. Predicate is nothing but the telling part. Telling part. So it tells us what the noun is doing or does. What the noun is doing or it is going to do or what it is already done. Yes, so predicate tells us the telling part of the noun. It's very simple. It tells what someone or something is or does. So how do we find the predicate? From where do we take it as a predicate if we take the sentence? So from the verb plus all the words after the verb. From verb to all the words after the verb till the end of the sentence, we take it as predicate. We take it as predicate. So let's see that with example. Mr. Bart lost his hat. Mr. Bart lost his hat. So Mr. Bart is a name of a person. It is a naming part in the sentence. So it comes under the subject. So what about this lost? Lost is an action word. Action word means? Action words are, what do we call these action words are? Action words are called as verbs. Yes. So from the verb, that is from the word lost to the rest of the sentence, remaining part of the sentence. His hat. Lost his hat. So from the verb, the remaining part of the sentence, we call it as predicate. We call it as predicate. From the word verb plus all the words after the verb. The remaining part of the sentence is predicate. So the next sentence, the ball rolled down the hill. The ball rolled down the hill. So the ball is a name of a thing, so it comes under the subject. So what about the predicate? Rolled down the hill. So from the verb. Which word is a verb here? Rolled. Rolled is a verb here. So from the verb, roll to the rest of the sentence will come under predicate. So subject and predicate. A bee buzzed around me. A bee, next sentence, a bee buzzed around me. So a bee is a name of an insect, right? So it comes under subject part, naming part. And which is an action word, which is a verb here in the sentence? Buzzed. So buzzed, it is an action. It is an action done by the bee. So from the word buzzed around me to the remaining part of the sentence, it is predicate. We call it as predicate. Buzzed around me. Buzzed around me falls under the predicate part. So subject plus predicate will gives us a complete sentence. Subject is the naming part and predicate is the telling part. So from the verb to the rest of the sentence, we take that as predicate. And only the subject part, it may be noun or pronoun. We may have a noun or we may have a pronoun also, right? So it comes under the subject part. Okay. So now let's move to our next topic. So as we said, as we saw in our previous class, now with our only one hand we cannot clap, isn't it? No, not all the time we can do all the work alone. We need someone to help us, right? The same way. We need helping verbs to give a complete sentence, to give a meaningful sentence, to give a meaningful verb. Sometimes we need the help of the another word. Okay. So this main verb is taking the help of another word. So that is called helping verbs. Helping verbs. So helping verbs helps a main verb express an action or a state. Express an action or a state. Main verb is nothing but all the action words. All the action words we call it as main verb. How do we find the main verb? Helping verbs are verbs that come before the main verb in a sentence. Helping verbs are verbs, they are also verbs only. Yes, helping verbs are verbs that come before the main verb in a sentence. So it is very easy to find the helping verb. See the example, the class is singing. The class is singing. So in this sentence, singing is an action word. So that is the main verb. And the word is the helping verb. The word is the helping verb here. So it is helping the word singing to complete the sentence. So without this, shall we say the sentence, the class singing? The class singing. Does it give us a meaningful sentence? No. There is no meaning in that. The class singing. Something will be missing in that sentence. So when we add ISS to the sentence is complete. The class is singing. So is the helping verb. So how many verbs we have, children? How many kinds of verbs we have? Helping verbs we have 23. Very good. So we have 23 helping verbs. Okay. See, till third standard, you will be going to next classes, right, children? So till that you will be learning all this as helping verbs only. So when you go to higher classes, no, the same helping verbs you will learn it as auxiliary verbs. Okay, helping verbs are otherwise called as auxiliary verbs. Okay, this is just for your information I am telling. Okay, helping verbs are otherwise called as auxiliary verbs. This is just for your information I am telling. Okay, children, so when you go to higher classes, no, you will learn in very detail. So let's sing a song on this helping verb for our better remembrance. Okay, children? Helping verb song. Helping verbs, there are 23. How many helping verbs we have? 23 helping verbs. Helping verbs, there are 23. Am is are, was and where. Am is are, was and where. Am is are, was and where. Being, been and be. Being, been and be. Am is are, was and were. Being, been and be. Have, has, had. Have, has, had. Do, does, did. Do, does, did. Have, has, had. Do, does, did. Shall, should, will and would. Shall, should, will and would. Have, has, had. Do, does, did. Shall, should, will and would. There are 5 more helping verbs. There are 5 more helping verbs. May, might, must and could. May, might, must and could. Okay, children, so we will share this PPT to you. Do not worry. So once you receive this, you can practice. Okay? Fine. So now let's move to few examples. Let's see few examples. Yeah, for the helping verb and the main verb. Okay? So let's take the sentence. I am driving. I am driving. So let me tell the sentence like this. I driving. I driving. Does it make any sense? No, right? So now we'll take the help of the helping verb and we will make it a very meaningful sentence. I am driving. So are you able to find the difference between these two sentences? I am driving, I driving. Yes? So when we frame a sentence, it should be a meaningful sentence. Okay, children? So, okay, now tell me. In this sentence, I am driving, which comes under the subject part? Which is the subject here? I am driving. Very good. I is a subject. Why, ma? You're telling I is a subject. Can you give me the reason why I is a subject?
It is noun.
It is noun.
Very good. I is a noun or a pronoun? I is a noun or a pronoun, my dear?
Pronoun.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Noun. So it falls under the naming part, right? So I is a noun. No, it is a pronoun. So it comes under the subject part. Now tell me, which is the predicate here? Predicate. Can you tell me the predicate part in the sentence? Come on. I'm driving. Very good. I'm driving. So I is a subject. I'm driving is the predicate. Very good, ma. Very good. Okay. So now why ma it is a predicate? Why you're telling I'm driving is a predicate part? Okay. I will tell you. Because
Telling about
superb, my dear. It is telling what the I person is doing, right? It is telling us something. I'm driving, so somebody is driving there. It is telling an action to us, right? It is telling us. Very good, ma. Very good, superb. So I'm driving is a telling part. It is telling what this I person is doing. So I'm driving is a telling part. So that is why I'm driving falls under the predicate. Okay, now tell me which is the main verb here. Main verb. Which is the main verb? Driving. Superb. Driving falls under the main verb and which is a helping verb? Am a helping verb. HV is the helping verb. MV is the main verb. Okay? I am writing main verb as MV and helping verb as HV. Okay? So driving is the main verb and am is the helping verb. So from the helping verb, we should take it as predicate. Okay? So sometimes if we take so many, if we take few sentences, no, in that sentence may not have main verb. That sentence may not have helping verb. Okay, wa? So helping verb. So from the helping verb, the rest of the sentence we take it as predicate. Okay? So let's move to our next sentence. The seagull is flying. The seagull is flying. So which is the subject here?
The seagull is flying.
Come in the chat box. I could see only very few people using the chat box. Come in the chat box. The seagull is flying. Which is the subject here? Tell me the subject part. Very good. Seagull is the subject part. And which is the very good. Very good.
Flying is action.
Flying is an action. Very good. Very good. I am talking only about the subject, right? Okay, so the seagull is a subject part. So now tell me the predicate part of the sentence. Predicate part. Very good. Is flying. Is flying is the predicate part. So flying is the main verb and is the helping verb. So from the helping verb and the remaining part of the sentence we call it as predicate. Next sentence, they are laughing. They are laughing. Let's move to our next sentence, children. They are laughing. Very good, ma. They comes under the subject part. And the predicate? From where the predicate? From where we should be? Are laughing.
laughing.
Very good.
I'm sorry, ma'am.
Yes, I could see the name, my dear. Are laughing is a predicate part. So here, laughing is a main verb or helping verb? Laughing is main verb or helping verb, children? Laughing. Main verb. Very
Main
good.
verb. Main
Laughing
verb.
is a main verb. Helping verb. Helping verb. Which is a helping verb? Very good. R is a helping verb. Very good. So from the helping verb, we have divided the sentence to the rest of the sentence. We take it as predicate. So now let's move to our next sentence. He will kick the ball. He will kick the ball.
ma'am. He.
I can ask the question itself, right? He is what? You are telling only he. He is what actually? You have to tell me what is that he, right? Very good. He is a subject part. It is a pronoun. It is a pronoun. It comes under the subject part. What about the predicate? Very good, ma. Very good, ma. Will
kick the ball.
Very good. Will kick the ball. So from the word will to the rest of the sentence, kick the ball. Will kick the ball comes under the predicate. Okay. So now you have told me subject and predicate in the sentence. Now tell me which is a main verb. He will kick the ball. Which is a main verb, children?
Kick.
Main verb.
Kick,
Is the main. Very good. Kick is the main verb. Helping verb?
ma'am.
Helping verb? Will. Very good, ma. Will is the helping verb. So, okay, now I have another question. How you will find the helping verb? Where the helping verb will be? If you take a sentence, where will be the helping verb? Very good, ma. Very good. So, helping verb always falls before the main verb. Very good. Very good. So, hope you all understood the concept. Superb. So, it is very easy to find the helping verb. It will be always just before the main verb. Okay. So, don't forget, helping verb is always just before the main verb. All the action words falls under main verb. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
All the action words comes under main verb. And helping verb will always be just before the main verb. So subject plus predicate will gives us the complete sentence. Subject plus predicate gives us complete sentence and a meaningful sentence. It should be a very meaningful sentence. Okay, children? Okay, so now I want all my dear children to give the answers in the chat box. Let me see how many of them are giving the answers. I will read the names also. Okay, I could see only the repeated children, no? The same names. They are only using the chat box and they are only giving the answers in the chat box. Okay, let me see. So here we have the subject and the verb. So using this, we are going to frame a sentence now. Okay. So with the subject I and the verb am, now you're going to give me a sentence. I am a teacher. Frame a sentence. Come on. See, ma'am has given you a sentence. I am a teacher. Like this. You give me a sentence now. I am. I am a student. I am a student. Very good. I am an actor. Very good. I am driving. I am a smart boy. Very good. That's all?
I'm super boy.
Oh, I'm a super boy. I am a calm girl. Okay, I am a dancer. I am a dancer. Very good, ma. Very good. Okay, now let's move to I am a good girl. Very good. I request all the parents to get the answers from your ward and give it in the chat box. I am playing games. I am a clever girl. Superb. Very good, ma. Okay. So now let's go to our next sentence. Okay. Let's move to our next sentence, children. So here we have
I am a good boy.
I am a good boy. Okay. So let's move to next sentence. I am writing. I am riding. Oh, you are so beautiful. Very good. Now frame a sentence with you and Arma. You are. You are all good children. Like that, you all frame a sentence and give me. I am a doctor. Very good, ma. You are beautiful. You are Superman.
You are great.
You are
Great.
great. Very good. You are my
You are
teacher.
good boy. You are pilot.
You are pilot. You are very
You are
pretty.
police. You
You
are
are
police.
you are a police. No, you are a police. You are a policeman.
You are a
Okay.
baking.
You are my ma'am. Oh yes, of course.
You are
You are good teacher. You are beautiful.
you
You
are
are a doctor. You are a
happy. You
superhero.
are happy.
You are happy. Very good. Very good. Okay, now.
You are sister.
Okay. So, children, what did I tell you? Once you give the answers, kindly go to mute immediately. Yes? Did I tell you that?
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Do that. You give the answers and go to mute immediately. Okay. So now I am a doctor. Very good, ma. You are a superhero. Very good. So now let's move to our next sentence, ma. He is. Now frame a sentence with he is. He is a
my friend. He is my friend.
He is my friend. He is
He is my
playing soccer. Hmm?
He is playing in the park. He is playing in the park.
He is playing in the park. Shayan, I got your answers. Now you can mute yourself. Very good. He is my best friend. He is playing with his friends. Yes, Niralya?
He is very tall.
He is very tall. Very good. Very good. He is cycling. He is football player.
My brother. He is my brother.
He is my brother. He is a cricket player. He is playing with his friends.
He is playing tennis.
He is playing tennis. Shayan, I told you to go on mute, right? He is riding cycle. He is my father. Give me only one sentence, ma, okay? Okay, now let's move to
NASA.
what, ma?
He is going to NASA.
Oh, he is going to NASA. Okay, very good, very good. He is my father. He is going to school. Okay. So shall we frame a sentence with she is?
Ma'am,
She is my sister.
She is going to school, ma'am.
She is going to school. Very good. She is looking very pretty. She is a girl. She is my sister. Very good.
sister. She is my brother.
She is my brother. She is my sister. She is cute. She is a girl. She is a teacher. She is cooking.
She is my mother.
No. She is a mother. Varada. She is my mother. Okay. She is my mother. She is lucky. She is swinging on the swing in the park. She is my class teacher. Very good. Very good. She is a pretty girl. Very good. So, okay, shall we go to our next sentence now? We are. Now frame a sentence with we are. We are going to temple. We are best friends.
We are best friends. We
are best friends.
playing in the park.
We are playing in the
We
park.
are friends, ma'am.
We are friends. Very good. We are a
We are
family.
cooking. We are cooking.
We are Shayan. I want you to give only one sentence, my dear. Okay?
Okay.
Give me only one sentence and go to mute. We are happy with our friends. We are laughing. We are a family. We are friends.
We are
Best friends.
studying online class.
Oh, we are having online class. Very good. We are
We are driving.
going to board the bus. We are go to bus, Varad. It will not come like that. We are going to board the bus. We are nice to others. Yes, ma?
We are going to school.
We are going to school. Very good, very good. Okay, so now let's move to our next sentence, ma. They are.
They are writing in the are very beautiful.
Very good.
I'm Shayan, ma'am.
Shayan, I could see your name, my dear. Okay, I could see your name. I know you're only giving me the answer. I know. We are eating.
Reading in the book.
Very good, very good. They are playing cricket. They are helping others. They are playing part. They are watching animals in the zoo.
They are reading in the book.
Very good. They are reading book. They are writing in a book. Superb, ma'am. Superb. So nice to see all your answers. So here's a big star for you all. They are cleaning.
Sure.
Okay. So now let's see some examples for subject and predicate. Okay, so we all know what is a subject and what is a predicate. Now we all should, if I give you a sentence, you should be able to tell me the subject and predicate part. Okay, children. Judy runs on the beach. Jude, they are our Indian cricketers. They are cleaning. Very good, ma. Very good. Okay, now let's move to our workbook exercise and examples, children. Judy runs on the beach. So Judy is the subject part because it is a name of a person. It falls under noun. Runs on the beach. So runs is the verb here, right? So from the verb to the rest of the sentence, we call it as predicate. Runs on the beach is the predicate part. Sita is a good teacher. Sita is a good teacher. So Sita is the name of a person. So it is the subject part. Is a good dancer. Here, this is the helping verb. Yes, this is a helping verb. So from the helping verb to the rest of the sentence, is a good dancer. Is a predicate. Yes, so here we have an exercise in page number 50, your English workbook. Okay. So fill in the blanks with is or. Is or are. So we have revised this topic so many times, isn't it, children? So when the noun is a singular form, we have to use is. If the noun is in the plural form, we have to use are. So read the sentence. Think whether you are going to fill it with is or and fill in the blanks. Okay? So will you all complete this? So it's a homework for you. You are going to think, right? Okay? Yeah. So we have another exercise. Complete the sentences. Complete the sentences. So this we have done now only, right? You gave me so many sentences. Right? Like that, you all think sentences for the words given here and frame a sentence. Okay? Complete this also. So now let's move to match the subject with the predicate. So we have matched the following here. So subject is given and predicate is given. So we have to match. Okay, so first let me read all the subjects which is given this side. The children, the bird, Seema, my mother, the house. Okay, so let me number the predicate part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you just give me the numbers. I will read the sentence, you give me the numbers. The children asked me to go to the shop. The children is white. The children sings sweetly. The children is doing her homework. The children played football in the park. Which one is correct? Very good. The children played football in the park. Very good, ma. Second one, the bird. Second one, the bird. So the bird asked me to go to the shop. The bird is white. The bird sings sweetly.
Yes, ma'am.
The bird is doing her homework. Which one is correct? Give me the answer in the chat box, ma.
Singing. Singing.
The bird sings sweetly. I want the numbers in the chat box, my dear.
Ma'am.
The bird sings sweetly. Next one, Seema. Seema asked me to go to the shop. Seema is white. Seema is doing her homework. Which one is correct?
Seema is homework.
Seema is doing her homework. Okay, the next one. My mother asked me to go to the shop. Is white. Which one is correct? My mother asked me to go to the shop is correct. My mother is white.
Need to go to the shop. Go to shop.
Very good. So the last one. The house is white. The house is
white.
white. Very good. So before you match the subject with the predicate, first read everything, think and then match it. Okay? So if you have any doubts, please do ask us. Okay? So now we have come to end of our session. We hope you are very clear with subject and predicate. If you have any doubts, please do ask us. Do not hesitate. Okay? You can call any one of us and you can ask clear your doubts. Okay, children? So now we have come to end of our session. Thank you, Jai Gurudev.
Thank you, ma'am. Jai Gurudev, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Bye, Gurudev.
Bye, ma'am.